Leland Stanford was born on March 9, 1824, in Watervliet, New York, United States. He became one of the most important figures in the history of California and the United States. His life was full of achievements in many different fields, especially in business, politics, and education. Although his contributions were diverse, he is best known for founding Stanford University, which today is one of the leading educational institutions in the world. Leland grew up in a family that valued hard work. His father, Josiah Stanford, was a farmer and a businessman. Leland worked on the family farm as a child, learning about responsibility and business. As a young man, he moved to New York City to study and learn more about business practices. This experience helped him later when he made many important decisions in his life. In 1848, Leland Stanford moved to California during the California Gold Rush. Like many others, he hoped to find gold and make his fortune. However, rather than finding gold, he realized that the best way to get rich in California was not through mining, but by providing goods and services to miners. He became involved in the store business, selling tools, food, and other items that the miners needed. This business venture turned out to be very successful, and Stanford made a lot of money. While in California, Leland began to form relationships with other businessmen. He joined forces with a group of people to build a railroad that would connect the eastern part of the United States with the western part. This railroad project was very ambitious and important for the development of the country. The project was called the Central Pacific Railroad, and it was one of the first railroads to cross the United States from the east to the west. The Central Pacific Railroad helped make travel and trade much easier and faster. Stanford played a major role in the building of the railroad, which eventually made him very wealthy. Stanford's success with the railroad allowed him to become involved in politics. In 1861, he was elected as the governor of California. During his time as governor, Stanford worked on many issues that affected the people of California, such as improving transportation and the economy. He also worked to make sure that the state's government ran smoothly. His time as governor helped him gain even more recognition and influence. After his time as governor, Stanford continued to focus on business and education. In 1885, he and his wife, Jane, decided to use their wealth to help the future generations of students. They decided to build a university in California that would be a place of learning for students from all over the world. This university was named Stanford University in honor of their only son, Leland Stanford Jr., who had tragically died at a young age. Stanford University became one of the most important institutions in the United States. The university was built with a clear vision in mind, to create a place where people could learn and grow, regardless of their background or wealth. The university was dedicated to research, technology, and science, and it became a leading center for innovation. Leland Stanford believed that education was the key to the future, and he wanted to provide students with the best possible opportunities to succeed. In addition to his work with the university, Stanford continued to be involved in other business ventures. He played an important role in the development of the Southern Pacific Railroad, which connected California with other parts of the United States. He also helped build the Stanford family's fortune by investing in various businesses and industries. Stanford's contributions to education and business were not limited to his own personal wealth. He wanted to make sure that others could benefit from his success. He gave large amounts of money to support education and public causes. His donations helped improve the quality of education in California and made it possible for many people to attend school and university. Stanford's vision and generosity had a lasting impact on California and the United States. Despite his success, Stanford faced challenges and difficulties throughout his life. He faced criticism from some people who disagreed with his business practices or political decisions. He also dealt with personal tragedies, such as the death of his son. However, he remained focused on his goals and continued to work hard to make a difference. Leland Stanford died on June 21, 1893, at the age of 69. His legacy, however, lives on through the many contributions he made to business, education, and politics. Stanford University remains one of the top universities in the world, attracting students and researchers from all over the globe. His work with the railroads and other businesses helped shape the economy of California and the United States. Today, Leland Stanford is remembered as a visionary leader who believed in the power of education and hard work. In conclusion, Leland Stanford was a man who changed the course of history in California and the United States. His business acumen, political leadership, and dedication to education made him one of the most influential figures of his time. Through his work with the Central Pacific Railroad, his time as governor of California, and his founding of Stanford University, Stanford left a lasting legacy that continues to have an impact on people around the world. Even though he faced personal loss and criticism, Stanford remained determined to make the world a better place. His life shows how one person's vision and hard work can change the future for many.